Leeds, Melier, Christensen, Koch, Coops at back, Strauch, Adams, Rocker, Aronson, Rodrigo, Harrison. He's gone for Patrick up front. He did give a strong indication he might play midweek. Jesse, Eileen, Somerville, Clayson, Lorente, Diaby, Motto, Gelhardt, Greenwood, Leach. How many substitutes? How many substitutes do we have in the game these days? Mental, isn't it? Anyway, just to let you know, the players are coming out, lining up, and some flags there at Palace and all the rest of it. So, starting just very shortly. And in the meantime, we'll go back to audio test. An audio test. Right, yeah, just another one there. We're just gonna go get a brew while this game kicks off. They're doing all the pre-match graphics and all the rest of it, taking the knee and blah 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 before we get started. Just gonna talk a little bit about Leeds. Obviously, this is what this channel's for. It's all my little channel. It's up and coming, 0 subs. It's my third watch along, so hope you enjoy it for the ride. And just yeah, they're just taking the knee now, the players, according to what I can see here. So we're just going to get on and talk a little. The match is now underway. So here we go, and it's Leeds United kicking from right to left. I'm not too familiar with Selhurst Park. It's not a ground I've ever visited. Not much happening at the moment. Ball's out on the right hand side. Palace quickly closed down, as you'd expect. Aronson's all over the place, chasing down the ball, and nice to see Bamford getting a start. But it's nice to see the new guys having a crack as well. Hopefully they get a chance to come on today and give us a show of what they can do. Apparently that Sonny Perkins has got as good a goal scoring record as a Haaland. I think I saw a statistic this week. So trouble is he's not getting the first team start, is he? So let's just hope that we see a bit more of him as this season progresses. Jesse just sat with his arms folded, not much animation at the moment, as you'd expect. 1 minute in. Ball's down the left hand side. There's a little clip on the back of the Palace right winger by Strout. 3 quick kicks taken quickly, and it goes all across to the left hand side for Palace, who are quickly closed down. And another foul. A kick in the back. A kick in the back there of the Palace player. It's taken and passed back by Palace. Bamford chases it down, but the keeper just literally scoops it up in the air. It's a poor clearance from the Palace keeper. Bamford gets the ball in the middle. It's up in the air. It's bouncing everywhere. Adams loses out, and Palace try to break. Christensen holding up the Palace number 11 there, and it's down the Leeds right hand side at the moment. It is a million miles an hour as this start. Bamford's on his own. He's broke. Oh no, he's not. He's offside. I thought he'd broken the offside trap, but he's not. Bamford's wearing a bit of a bandage there on his right forearm, so I don't know what's going on there. Sick note, Patrick. I just hope he could see a decent portion of the game, but yeah, he was clearly offside. Shown there in the replay, probably about 2 yards. Ball gets punted down the pitch by the Palace keeper, and it goes. I think it's gone for a. I hope it's gone for a goal kick. No, it hasn't. It's rolled out for a throw-in. Sorry, the lighting's quite bad. With the sun streaming over the other opposite side of the ground, it's the shadows and that. It's a little bit tricky to see. That's definitely gone out for a corner, a crossfield ball from Anderson, and it's about 5 yards inside the Leeds half from the goal. Vieira's put a bit of middle-aged pork on round the middle there as Patrick. Quick throw in taken. Leeds managed to defend. It's pumped away up the pitch past the halfway line, and it goes for a Palace throw-in. Thrown back by Lilich, and it's gone to the keeper, and the ball. It's a million miles an hour. Is this a really strong back pass from the Palace player? It goes straight to Harrison. Bamford couldn't take it, and he's just a bit slow with his feet there. Bamford, a clear chance. Oh, and a foul, what looks like a foul from the Palace player, a body check across, I think on Harrison. Really bad back pass from the Palace player there. Couldn't see who it was, but it's keeping up with this, commentating on it, my God. A million miles an hour is this. Absolute million miles an hour. Yeah, welcome if you're joining. I am watching chat. If you want to drop a message in there, I'll try and I'm happy to. I don't mind chatting to you. Nice to chat. Strout with a throw, and it's halfway inside the Palace half. Takes it. It's Rodrigo. Christensen has a smack. Oh, Aronson has a smack, and it's just on the outside of the Palace goal. Unfortunately, he didn't really get hold of it or control it. He was just a little bit behind him. I think he probably wanted it a yard or two ahead to run onto it and absolutely hammer it, but he kind of had to check his run a little bit there, did Aronson. Well, they've definitely had to start a lot quicker than. Well, they've definitely started quicker than they have done in previous games. I think Leeds. Looking at some of the previous games, we've started a bit sluggish, a little bit slow, but this one is definitely not like the previous games, and it's a million miles an hour from both teams at the moment, keeping up on the plays. Pretty hard work. Bamford on the halfway line, slips it, pass over to the right. He's clipped at the back of the Achilles and he's down. Adams trying to hurry Palace and get the free kick underway. It's taken, and yeah, we've lost control of the ball and it's gone straight back to Palace. It's a real battle there in the midfield. Christensen's got it. Going to take a throw in, still on the halfway line. There's not much really to say at the moment. It's a manic game. Neither team seems to be able to get control of the ball and have it for too long. The opponent is always there snapping around the ankles, trying to dispossess the team in possession, and it looks like it's another Leeds throw in. Rodrigo hands the ball over to Christensen. Christensen and Bamford a little 1-2 there, and it's cleared by Palace. It's another up and under from Palace. It's not gone past the halfway line, and Leeds are really having to. Another clip on the ankle there. He could be in trouble with that. Aronson finds a way through. Oh! Yes! Aronson hits the post, it comes back out, and Strouk is there. It's about 10 yards out, and he's just pumped it straight in. He couldn't possibly have missed it. The players go over, start folding their hands over in the Palace corner, and they're all there, and it's a cracking start for Leeds. 9 minutes and 40 seconds, I think, on the clock. Leeds really piling pressure on the ball. Palace not really knowing what to do, and I mean when we get possession, they're all over us, and it's a cracking hit from Aronson. It comes straight out to Strouk, and Strouk, there he is. There's the man, about 10 yards, about the penalty spot, just left of the penalty spot, slots it in with his left boot, and it goes straight between the Palace players' legs who's still on the goal line, and it's an absolute dream start for Leeds United. Yes, Bamford. Makes a pass to Strouk, who loses his balance. The ball goes back, and then Tyler Adams picks it up, and or the Palace player picks it up to Izzy, and Adams just takes him down. I think it is Vieira there, isn't it? It's a dream start for Leeds, and we'll just try and Yeah, great start, great start. So absolutely delighted with that. Just update the score there. And we're just going to update something that's going on the screen here as well. Pascal Strout, a cracking little finish there. Uijks. And as you would expect, it's Leeds 1. Or should I say, as you would expect? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Wittering on. Quality start from Leeds. Really high tempo. Higher than they have done in the past previous games, I think. Where we've kind of dropped off a little bit. This one, it's like watching us under Bielsa again. The team seem to be full of ambition. They've started and it's a million miles an hour, and it looks like a yellow card there. Decore is it? And he's coming the back of Tyler Adams. I think Adams has probably misstepped anyway, but oh no, he's gone straight over his ankle, straight over Adams's left ankle, and he's down. A really nasty looking foul for Tyler Adams. He'll definitely feel that. It's not a pleasant one to see at all. How he's got out of that without it breaking anything. He's hopping around on his right foot. His left foot there's been his left ankle there's been absolutely trodden on by Decore, a really big unit of a guy. The Leeds free kick, the first aid's gone off. It's a Leeds free kick. It's about 25-30 yards out from the left hand side. It's taken with the left footer. A header into the air. Keeper comes and takes it and quickly sends it out to Elise on the left hand side. A silly little push from Strauch off the ball. Christensen's in the middle of the park, and what is Patrick Bamford doing? I just tried to pass the ball to Patrick Bamford, and it's about 6'5", and it's just floating over Patrick's head, and he's almost as if he's just trying to pull it out of the air with his hand. You know, a silly way to get a yellow card if he does make contact, and I think that's the thing, innit? We've lost a bit of discipline, haven't we, over the last? Well, we're actually, in terms of discipline, we're not great, are we? Dirty Leeds and all that. Harrison in the middle of the park. He's played down the line. Harrison's got it back again, and he's given it away again. It's been hard fought. Is this ball down in the Palace defence, and now they're starting to break out a little bit. And it's a crossfield ball. It's straight through the middle of the park, but it's cut out by the Leeds defence. So yeah, we're doing all right at the minute. Leeds 5 attempts on target, 1 shot on goal. Sorry, 5 attempts, shots on goal 1 apparently. So yeah, a really high tempo start from Leeds. A battle from Palace. You know, they're not standing off us. They are trying to dispossess us when we are in possession, but they just can't seem to break out at the minute. But now they've got the ball, they're in control, and they're working it down Leeds' left side. Eze's got the ball, I think, there, and yeah, again he's been allowed to gallivant down the left hand side, crosses the ball in, but it's gone out for. It looks like, I thought it had gone out, but it hadn't. It stayed in. Meslier picks it up, and Mellier's just trotting across his 18-yard box there, passes it out and throws it out to Cooper. Strauch infield, and then it's making its way across and sideways at the moment. Adams in midfield, and there's another foul on a Leeds player. Aronson's down. It's just a little push from I think it was Eze again, who might want to be a bit careful if there's been a yellow card. I mean, you know, this thing about what happened with Harry Kane, got away with the yellow card for interfering with a free kick, versus our star man last week gets a second yellow card, gets sent off for it, same offence. I think this is why people are just, not just Leeds fans, is it? It's all fans. The inconsistencies for the referees, and I think everybody just thinks that, yeah, you know, it's always the big clubs get away with it. If it's Ronaldo or, you know, Kane or somebody like that, oh yeah, they'll get away with that, no problem. Quick slap on the wrist and quiet word, and will you know more of it. But when it's a Leeds player, oh yeah, yellow card, mate, all day long. Crossfield ball from Harrison to Bamford, and it just gets plucked out of the air by the Palace keeper, who bowls it out to the left side. Palace are dithering around with it at the back, and I think Leeds can, you know, sense a bit of bloody that they are looking a little bit nervous, perhaps a little bit short of ideas, and lacking a little bit of guidance, I think, from Vieira. Ball's gone for a free kick now to, I mean, another silly Bamford kicking the ball away like that, and Palace get a free kick. Silly. Just don't do anything. Just leave it where it is. They've got to respot it. No need to kick it away. You're asking for trouble and making your own problems, aren't you, Lord Bamford? Unbelievable. Eze again. It's in the middle of the park. Palace again. They get to the halfway line. Then they're passing it back. Then it's going sideways, and now they just punt it forward. And Christensen's there to make a nice tidy header back to Meslier. Cuts it out from the Palace attack. So yeah, keep playing like this, Palace. We'll deal with that all day long. Meslier rolls it out, and we're playing out from the back. Christensen, Adams. Oof! Another dubious challenge there from a Palace player, and the ball runs straight back through to Meslier. I think you'd be better getting your money on for a red card in this game. It's going to be one of the Palace boys by the look of it. Rodrigo plays it inside to Bamford. Tyler Adams, and Bamford's onto it. Oh, he tries to slip it past the keeper with his left boot, and the keeper makes a tidy save to the right hand side, to his lower right hand side. And another cracking chance for Patrick Bamford. Really good play from Leeds there. A quick give and go straight through the middle of the Palace midfield and defence, and Bamford would have been onside had that gone in. And he fires it more or less straight at the keeper, who's smartly down to his right hand side and parries it back to the Palace defence with his right hand. Strong hand from the Palace keeper. Yeah. Ball's gone out for a throw-in at the moment. Aronson's over on the Leeds right-hand side at the minute, contesting something there. I don't know. He's not happy about something, whether it's a little tug or something. He's having a bit of a chat with a couple of the Palace players. Quick throw-in, and throw-in's taken, and the ball's making its way over to the Palace right now. And Strauch, a silly challenge, and Cooper there, I think, has got himself in all sorts of trouble. He's miscontrolled the ball, and he's literally thrown Ayew to the floor, and he's calling one of the players over here. I don't know if it's Strauch, one of the Leeds lads. Is it? Bit of a tricky. It is. It looks like he's going to get a yellow card, or he's getting a stern word from the ref. Yeah, I thought he might. The ref's kept his cards away. He's got away with one there. He should have probably got a yellow for that. But Strauch's gone back, and Palace have a free kick. It's about 35 yards away, and it's going to be one that they're just going to drift it over towards the back post of Meslier, I think, and they're going to try and run onto it. And they've scored. They've fucking scored. I don't believe it. A stupid tackle from Coops. And first of all, Strauch. They got away with the first one. Then the second one, the ref had no choice. He had to give him a free kick there. There is a check. There is a call for offside, and I don't know what it is. Is it a left wrist? Is it the third finger or the thumb? And a really sloppy goal, heads it into the ground, and it's over to Mellier's right. It bounces high, and there's Mellier's diving, and yeah, I said it. I wasn't joking if I said it was a left wrist. If they give this offside, honestly, if they give that offside, come on. There's no way they're going to give that offside, surely. It's literally a left wrist as the player's running forward. The referee's looking across, and they're waiting for a VAR decision. They're drawing lines all over the bloody pitch now. This is ridiculous. A left wrist. Obviously, from a Leeds point of view, I hope it's disallowed. But in the name of football, you've got to be saying that they can't give that offside. Oh, for Christ! They have given it onside. They're now saying it's onside. Well, that's it. It's 1-1. 1-1, isn't it? A stupid challenge from, I think it was Cooper. Leeds hoist the ball back, and they go again. The first time Palace have ventured into the Leeds half, they've got a goal from a set piece, of all things. Leeds are in the Palace 18-yard box. They've worked it up very quickly, and it's punted back out. Christensen, Strauch makes his way down the Leeds left, cuts inside, avoids a challenge from Eze. A poor ball from Strauch there. A little bit more accuracy to, you create a chance for us. Aronson, Strauch, Roca. Aronson's tried to chip the keeper or drift one to the back stick there, and luckily the keeper's, from the Palace point of view, the keeper's on top of it. There's a handball being called for there by the Palace players. I'm not sure what that was. I missed that, unfortunately. Strout picks up the ball. It's another throw in high up, deep in the Palace half. And there's another foul from a Palace player. And this one is... It's got to be a direct free kick, I think. If they still do they still do direct and indirect free kicks? I mean, it's a soft one. A very soft one on Roca. Roca's literally just run straight into the Palace defender and gone down, and somehow we've got a free kick from it. I mean, there's no way the Palace player could have avoided him. He's literally just stood there, and Roca just runs straight into him. And Decore's giving away a free kick. Harrison's tapping on his head. Aronson's tapping on his head as well, both with the right hand. I mean, I don't know. Is it? Are they doing the hair? Is it some sort of secret coded message? I don't know. I think it's Harrison and Aronson over the top of it. Harrison takes it. It's a really dangerously swung ball in, and it's a whisker from Bamford's head. And there's another foul as the ball gets cleared up into the Leeds half, and Melier is literally up at the centre circle, and he's punted it straight back down the field. And I think it's Tyler Adams who's been clobbered there by one of the Palace players. Not much doing for it though. No action from the ref. It's Zaha and Koch having a bit of a coming together there. Tyler Adams, dynamite in defence at the moment, or in the midfield, is just tracked back there, dispossessed the. I think it's Zaha in the middle of the pitch. Plays it right now. Christensen. There's a bit of a confusion there. Christensen's played a ball up to Bamford. Palace have punted it away eventually, I think, from the keeper. Words of encouragement from Vieira. Don't think the players can hear much for all the Leeds fans there though. The Leeds fans seem to be controlling the volume at the minute down at Selhurst Park. Almost half an hour gone in what has been a frantic game. When I say frantic from Leeds, and in terms of attacking and the defensive side of it, I mean, we've really come here and dominated this game, and we should probably be by rights three clear opportunities there. I think we should probably be 3-1 up by now. 2 balls on the pitch. Strout took a throw in, and the ball boy threw one onto the pitch. I think the referee's just deciding which ball he should be using. He picks it up. I mean, I've not seen anything like that before. The referee just picks it up and then tossed it back at Strout's foot. It caught all the players out by surprise, did that, I think, what the ref just did there. I thought he might make him retake the throw-in. Rodrigo's over in the corner. He's being wrestled by 2 players, 2 Palace defenders there, or Palace defender in the midfield. Aronson, Harrison, Adams. Oh, miscontrols it with his left foot, and it goes for a Palace goal kick. And it's a really good start from Leeds. They've had a really high tempo, 31 minutes in, and Palace just have been overwhelmed with it. To be honest with you, we should, turning these games into chances into goals. This is the thing, isn't it? That's what wins you football matches. You can play all the great football in the world, but if you're not sticking the ball in the back of the net, no good, is it? Ball's out of the left-hand side of Schlupp now, and Palace players are begging the ref for a throw-in, but they're not. Zaha's not getting it. Throwing from Christensen, Aronson. Ball nicely brought out by the Palace defender, and he's played it down the line, and a really vital interception from Christensen. There's a bit of bullying from Palace here going forward, and Leeds seem to be at 6s and 7s. We need to be picking up the men here. And Olise has a chance, but it's picked up by Meslier. It wasn't a very good strike on the goal. About 17 yards out, and straight at, I don't know if he was trying to cross it or just trying to swerve it inside Mellier's left stick, but it came straight at Meslier. Bit of spin on the ball, but no real purchase or power. Thankfully, Strouk down the left hand side, plays it into Bamford. Bamford taps it back, ball's intercepted. Ball's back up to the halfway line, and Zaha and Christensen are having a bit of a tussle over there on the far side. Just so you know that, look, we're looking across at the team benches at the moment, and Zaha, Christensen having a bit of a to do. 33 minutes in. Pushing the back from Christensen, who needs to be careful. So I think the ref just taking a bit of an interest in that one. Yeah, really good start from Leeds. We're just going to try and see what's going on there on the stream. Make sure if there's anybody in. Hello, if you're watching. Just drop us a little message and let us know that you're there. So it's either Eduardo who scored for Palace. Just trying to. Very intense game this for both teams. They're really under a lot of pressure. Palace, Leeds dominating the main stats and in all areas. I think at the moment, possession, position. Where the action areas of the ball are. Aronson's brought down in the middle of the park. He's rolling over, ref waves, play on. The ref's being quite lenient today, to be honest. To be fair, he's let a lot go. Palace building down the right hand side, and there's a player got free, and that's really bad defending. I mean, at the back, Jordan Ayew's just found himself in acres of space with no unmarked. and he just, I mean, I don't know what he tried. He made his way down the line, and somehow the ball's gone out for a corner ball. It's Palace's first corner of the game. Corners, by the way, Leeds 1, Palace 1. Quiet word from the ref to Tyler Adams. His ref seen something there. He's probably just talking a little bit about an earlier challenge, I think. It's a deep ball in, and it's headed away by Leeds player, and one of the Palace players just goes over randomly. Ref waves play on, tells him to get up and get on with it. You always, I'm so glad that we're attacking and dominating this game, because it looks like when, Bamford's brought back. Bamford is breaking forward, and the Palace player has got a yellow card, and Guyen is in the book there. He's reached down to the bottom of Patrick Bamford's shirt, who was way ahead of him in a sprint there, and he's lucky that he was covered by his other defender, Guyen, because if not, Bamford would have been clean through on goal. It's a shame he just didn't slip it across the. Managed to slip it across there, because there was a runner, and I think it was probably Aronson or Harrison, steaming ahead of Bamford. Aronson and Harrison again. Harrison's got his hands up in the air. Harrison standing over it. Aronson floats it into the back post. It's all over the place, and it's cleared. And there's been a clash of heads between Robin Koch and Jordan Ayew, I think it is. Yeah. All the med teams are on. Bit of concern from Vieira. Elise goes over for a drink, and concern as well from Jesse. He's talking to the fourth official. I don't know what Vieira's telling them. Luckily we can see his face, Vieira. Can't lip read him now because the director's switched away. Aronson, just looking back at the goal there, Aronson's jinking little weaving run through the Palace back four, and then that goal that we've conceded. I mean, a silly thing to do. I think it was Cooper who brought down the Palace player. A good old-fashioned Scottish challenge, I think. There's a lot of I can't see what's going on here, because they've cut away from obviously the injuries. So Christensen is over talking to Jesse. Cox there. They're having a bit of a drink and a bit of a chat, and it looks to me like Jesse's not happy. He's having a chat with the fourth officials, and I just hope he watches what he's saying, because in fact, to be honest, you're best just not talking to him. You're best just not talking to him. The only people he should be communicating with are the players. That's it. Forget the ref, the linesman, and whatever they call them, the match officials these days, and just focus on the team. Get the team focused, and treat them with a bit of respect. The match officials, I think. It's what a lot of people say about rugby union. I mean, I'm not a fan of rugby union. I don't really watch it, but you always hear the rugby players when they're talking to the ref very respectful. Same in rugby league, to be honest with you. They're cricket, tennis as well. You know, you don't want to give those match officials a hard time. They're just there for the day, get the 90 minutes, get the paycheck, and away they go. No need to make it a difficult job. Now, four or five of the Palace players are sat around or stood around with Vieira. These injuries must be quite serious. It's 2 minutes now they've been down. It looks like Ayu's got a... Is it Ayu? I think he's got a bandage on his head. I'm going to have to go. Someone's at the door. It's a heavily strapped. He's got a bandage and what could only be described as some sort of gaffer tape, black gaffer tape over the top of the white bandage around his head. It's unfortunately I can't see if it's a cut or if it's just a bit of bruising, or it doesn't even look like it's covering it, but it looks like it's swollen up right on the top of his forehead, I think. He's having to go off the pitch. There's a bit of blood running down, I think, the side of his nose. It is Jordan Ayew. It must have been a right clash of heads. It must have been a real clash of heads. It was difficult to see. There was such a melee of players, and it's really bright and sunny down there in London. It's difficult to see just how bad that collision was. We haven't actually seen a replay. I haven't seen a replay of it yet. He's had a bit of water and he's back on the pitch. Ball, play continues. Difficult to restart after such a long break there. 44 minutes and 50 seconds. So I think there's probably going to be about 3 minutes of injury, probably 4 minutes injury time. I'll confirm that when I find that out. 5 minutes of injury time. Referee's assistant calls it 5 minutes. So we're going to be playing up to at least 50 minutes, one would hope. All the momentum seems to have stopped for Leeds after that massive break or that massive delay or stoppage in the play. And it's balls over at the Leeds right hand side now. There's a tussle between about 8 players there, I think. They're all trying to put pressure on the ball. Tyler Adams is, as you would expect, right in the thick of it. And there's another foul, I think, on a Leeds player. And it's Rodrigo, I think, who's down, and it's Jordan Ayew who's taken him down, he's taken him out, and he's come straight across him and straight down his front shin with his right boot. Ayew and Cock are having a few words about it. Ayew's, I don't think he's himself at the minute. Ayew. Needs to be a bit careful here if he says something he shouldn't say. Ball's pumped in. Rocker plays it in high. Keeper comes and collects it. It's an easy one for the keeper. Palace advancing past the halfway line, and the Palace player looks to have been offside unless there's somebody playing him on who's out of shot, but the Leeds players are calling for offside, and eventually the ref has given it. Yeah, it's been offside there. I think there was probably the linesman probably thought he's Strout playing him on, but no, he's definitely offside. 100%. Ball gets pumped up by Leeds and soaked up again by Palace, who are a team under tremendous pressure today. I don't think this is going to continue from Palace's point of view. I don't think Vieira's going to be too happy about him playing so deep. Unless, I mean, that's his game plan. He's going to just try and catch us on the break, which is, it's worked for him so far, hasn't it? They've got a goal back. They're not putting us under too much pressure during this game, and I think the stats will definitely show that. We'll talk about those in a moment when the ref blows his final whistle, half-time whistle. 48 minutes 25 gone now. Ball's over on the left-hand side with Ois, and I think Tyler Adams has just clubbed him one. But he gets up. Quick free kick and play continues. 49 minutes. Palace building now on the right side there with Jordan Ayew. He's taken down by Rocker. Rocker doesn't look too happy with the ref's decision, but probably a fair one. I think overall, I think the ref's had a good game. And what's been a difficult game so far, I think there's been a lot of fouls, a lot of chit chat going on the pitch. I think Christensen heads it out for a throw in, and the Leeds player's got a free kick. I think Vieira doesn't look too happy about it. The Palace faithful are getting a bit fed up. Jesse's oh Christ's sake, Jesse, sit down, Jesse, and shut your cake hole. Aronson, plays a little ball through, but Bamford would have been offside anyway. Referee blows for half time. It's yeah, Aronson's goal is a very nice goal. Unexpected first 10 minutes. Nice little jinking run into the box, and plays it. It's the back stick of the Palace goal. It comes straight out to Strout, who slots it home straight between one of the Palace players' defenders' legs. And second goal there from Eduardo. Free kick straight in as easy as you like, and headed in at speed into the deck, and it just bounces straight over Melier, and that's it. So half time it is, guys. Right, I'm going to go take a break. Nobody in anyway, so it matters it. I don't mind though. One day I might get a viewer. point. No need to get salty. Right, go get a cup of tea. Go get a cup of tea, mate. And I'll see you all in a few minutes. Right, welcome back. We're well underway with the second half now. About 3.5 minutes in. Just let you know, it's still 1-1, and Leeds look like they're defending a corner, or are we attacking a corner? Clock started on 50 minutes. It's Leeds taking a corner, and it's Aronson and Harrison again with these dubious hand signals. Aronson runs over the ball. Harrison clips it in with his left boot, but it gets no further than the closest stick from the. It doesn't even beat the first man. I don't even think that corner. Ball gets cleared out by Palace. Leeds have possession with Adams. I've got a cup of tea. Obviously, that's the most important thing when you start watching the football, and it's a school night, so I'll be working tomorrow. For anyone who's joining or anyone who's interested. I think Bamford lost the ball there. A high ball was played in, and I think he lost it in the sunshine. He couldn't see it as it came down. I'm just going to get get that back up and running, get everything up and running for you guys, so we can hear a little bit more of what's going on. Right, there we go. The Leeds fans as making a lot of noise in the way, and Palace sounds like they might be having a bit of a party down there in London. It's a nice day anyway, and Palace have looked like they're having a bit more of a go, and oh no, Ayew has missed a sitter. He's literally come straight at him, but Mellier's come out and just done enough, I think, to put him off. Ayew comes powering through the middle. Cooper makes a slide and he misses it completely. Christensen is the man responsible for saving us there, I think, and it's a good job, because I'll tell you what, Coops was slow getting back there, and it's a header in from the corner, and Meslier picks it up, and it looks like has he got a smack on the shoulder? He's down. He looks like he's in a bit of pain. I think he was challenged there, and he's gone down probably a bit awkwardly. We're just going to get a replay on that. Oh, Mellier's got the ball. There's a bit of afters between him and Schlupp, and Schlupp, I think, sort of swipes at his feet. Meslier goes down on his shoulder hard with the ball in hand. Bit of an interesting one. I mean, I was looking away there at the other players running out. Leeds look like they're sitting back a little bit here compared to the first half. We don't seem to be as eager to try and get the ball, and Palace are definitely taking advantage. A great shot from Elise, but Elliot smartly down to his right, stops it with both his hands, catches it in mid-air as he's diving away to his right hand side there. Leeds living dangerously here at the minute. They're passing it around a bit, and I don't know, have they got nervous? Christensen on the right plays it up, and there's a foul on Aronson, I think, and Aronson's down. It was but the referee waves play on. Well, it seems like you can get away with a bit of this and a bit of that in this game with this ref. Is a bit more lenient than the others, I think. Yeah. Lucky for Leeds there, we got away with that. Some really shoddy defending. I mean, I don't know. it's like a lot of people saying it. You read the forums and stuff. We've still got one or two Championship players in there. I think. I hate to say this as much as I think Coop. Oh, Bamford. What on earth was that? He's not match fit in Bamford. He might be fit, but he ain't match fit. He should have. We had a great chance there. Bamford is on the edge of the 18-yard box. There's two runners to his right, and there's one defender in his way. He should have just slipped it to his right-hand side, and we'd have been in. And instead, he literally plays it straight at the defender. 60 minutes on the clock. Actually 60 minutes and 13 seconds now, so there we go. Just to let you know in case you're joining, we're talking about the stream, seeing if it's a good stream. We've got a decent stream here, out here in Indonesia, so yeah, hopefully, one day I'll be returning back to the UK. It shouldn't be too long now, another 6 months, and hopefully I can get down to Ellen Road, get some tickets bought and go to a game. But before I do that, I've got to find somewhere to live, get a job. Piece of cake, mate, no problem, no problem. Harrison is running at the Crystal Palace defence. He's clipped on the ankles as he goes down, and the referees let that go. My God. He kind of let play go on, but Palace picked up possession again, and you think that, he's going to bring the play back. No, he doesn't. He just continues. It's a flowing game of football, is this? And very quickly the ball goes down the other end with Zaha, who fires a shot at goal, and I think it looks like it hit the Leeds player to go out for a corner. I'm just going to check that, but the ref's given a goal kick, and he's gone off Farrell, I think. Christensen's boot or shin, and thankfully Bamford's coming off. I mean, I don't know. I like Bamford, but I don't think I don't know. Is he up to the job? Is he going to get us 20 goals this season, or are we going to rely on these other players to get us over the line? Because at the moment, like last week against Villa, we need goals, don't we? It's all right hanging on to sentiment, but if players stop scoring or they're out of form, they're not match sharp. I mean, Bamford's had a lot of injuries, hasn't he? And there was a question again this week: is he fit? And the gaffer says yes, but I think there's always a difference between are you fit or are you match fit. I think being match fit, I don't think Bamford's quite there yet. He probably needs another good couple of games before he's back up to speed, especially with the injuries that he had. I mean, he spent most of last season out. He's missed a few games this season, hasn't he? But I don't know. Can't see any substitutes, any sign of. Sorry, Somerville's come on for Bamford now. I missed that. Maybe I didn't mention that. Did I mention that? Ayu's down again, but he's up with his. I don't know if you could call that a bandage or some sort of bulletproof bandaging that he's got. I mean, the amount of layers he's got on top there is. It must have been quite a thump to the head, and it must have had blood on it. It's probably why they've covered it in black tape. It's like black padding, like bandage with padding, and I think he's had enough of it. It looks like he's taking the tape comes off. There's no sign of any blood, but it's a thick bandage wrapping. It's probably take him half an hour to unwrap that lot. Director's cut away. He's unwrapped it round four times round his head, and it doesn't look like it's any less thick. the bandaging, but the gaffer said, "Yep, off you come." And Ayus and Decore are coming off now for Palace. Mivelic and Mitchell are coming on for Palace. So 3 subs there in that little break. That's taken another couple of minutes on. Somerville's a different type of player, isn't he, to Bamford? A little bit more. I don't know. I mean, I've seen him play probably more as a winger, but comment in the comments box if you disagree with me. Is he an out and out number 9 striker? Is he a right winger? Is he a left winger? What is he? Why isn't Jesse letting these new guys have a crack? We've got Notto there, haven't we? He's the Italian starter, 18-year-old Italian starter, Italian international. Had a great couple of games for Italy, and he's not getting a look in. Gelhart's on the bench as well. So what has he put Somerville on for? In placement of Bamford. We already have enough pace up front, don't we? But surely you need someone to hold the ball, bring players into play. Somerville isn't that type of player from what I've seen of him. Harrison and Aronson over the free kick here. Harrison clips it in. It's a really delicate ball over the top, and it misses everyone, and Rodrigo just straight over his head. So we've lost a bit of height up front as well. I think that's one of the things with having Bamford up there, isn't it? At least you have a bit of a chance to pump one over the top. He's going to try and pull it down, bring people in, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, you would think that the other players are going to think, well, we're going to have to just change our game going forward a little bit here. Referee's blinded by the sun. He can't see really what's going on. I think there's we are too with our perspective here. It's not easy to see at all, especially when that ball goes in the shade. Strauch has got a throw in for Leeds. It's about 25 yards out. Him and Aronson interchanging play. It's pinging around like nobody's business in the Palace corner there, over on the far side. Adams brings the ball away. Aronson, Strauch, Roca crosses one in. There's nobody there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Somerville comes herring across at pace. He's not. I mean, it looks like he's just put Rodrigo up front at the minute, and then he shoved Somerville off to the right hand side. I don't know why he would have done that, Jesse, but it is what it is. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Christensen with a strong header takes down, I think it's Elise, is it? Or is it Zaha? Takes down one of them anyway. Zaha gets a bit, claiming he had a bump in the back of the head there. Palace take the throw in, it gets played back across their 18-yard box, and a P-roller of a ball forward for Palace. Leeds now starting to bite in the middle of the park, starting to try and put more pressure on Palace again like we were doing in the first half. I hope we can keep that up. Koch has he's gone out for a Palace. I think, has he given that away, Koch? I think he probably has. Maybe he lost a little bit of balance, but Koch looked like he was in control of that ball there, but he's literally just rolled it over the line for a throw in. Weird. Adams, steaming through the middle of the park, plays a really nice ball out to the left hand side. It's Harrison Tries to cross one in low and it's deflected. The keeper picks up the ball on his near post. And a really good touch there from the Palace defender who but I don't think it quite crossed the line for a corner ball. It didn't. The play's resumed. It's million-mile-an-hour stuff, as I was saying earlier. They're both teams not messing around, not trying to hold back the clock or anything. Or it's very fast-paced football. Ball gets pumped in. Somerville, I think, crosses it across the 18-yard box. There's nobody to nobody really. Strauch's nearest player. He goes to try and pick it up, but he's dispossessed. Rodrigo looks a bit frustrated. I think I'll be thinking about taking Rodrigo off here then, or taking a midfielder off perhaps, and maybe Rocker or. I don't think I'd take Tyler Adams off. I think I'd probably take Rocker off and put Notto on. Let's have another option up front, because at the minute we look a little bit limited. These balls are going in. There's nobody there. We need somebody who's got a knack for the goal, and that's what we need, a goal. Somerville involved in a 50-50 tussle there, I think, but the decision's being given Palace's way. He looks a bit confused by that decision, but he did have his arms. Yeah, he pulled the shirt of the Palace player as he was turning. Referees saw that. I think linesmen saw it. Ball's pumped up for Palace. Palace players streaming forward. There's Christiansen makes a vital header. It's gone for a throw-in, which is a relief for Leeds, because if he'd not made that header, we'd have been in a bit of bother there, I think. Zaha on the back post, he was free, nobody to him. He plays a lovely ball into the middle of the penalty area. It's a 1-2. Zaha picks up the ball again. He has a strike, and it gets Melier down to his right hand side, and it just rolls or bounces, bobbles past Melier's near post as we're looking. Zaha's not happy. I think the ball must have bounced, or wasn't happy with the through ball from the Palace player there. Aronson charging forward to try and get the ball. He wins a throw-in out of absolutely. Sorry, it's Harrison. Wins a throw-in out of absolutely nothing there. There's Harrison chasing down the ball, and Palace player panics, and it goes straight out for a throw. And we're down in the corner now. Leeds fans chime up with the Marching On Together anthem. And they're making an awful lot of noise there. First half attempts, 7 for Leeds, 1 for Palace. Second half, 8 for Palace, 0 for Leeds. So no attempts on goal. This is what I was saying. Leeds just look like this. Are they out of pace? Are we out of steam? We're sitting back a little bit more than I would like compared to what we were doing first half. We need to put more pressure on this lot, because if you do, I think if you put more pressure on them, they're going to panic. They're not going to want to concede, and you've got a chance of them making a mistake. But you sit back, invite them onto you. Are we good enough for the break? And at the minute, we don't have we just have Rodrigo up front. Somerville seems to be over on the Leeds right hand side. Not getting too involved with it. There's 74 minutes and 10 seconds now. in case anyone was wondering. And for some reason, he's putting click on again. Christensen, picks up the ball. He's dragged down, but he gets up. The ref waves play on. He should have gone down and just stayed down there. He's right in the middle of the park, about 20 yards out. He would have got a free kick there for that. I think the referee waved play on. He saw that Christensen got a wave play on. I think, is he bringing click on just to try and get more possession, or are we trying to get a win out of this game? We want a win, Jesse. We don't want to be getting a draw every match when we're against an opponent who's going to be alright, similar in stature to us, I think, but we're a much bigger team, and we want to be above this lot come the season end, I think. He's taken, I don't believe he's done this, you're not going to believe this, Aronson's come off and he's put Klitsch on, and Aronson's had an absolute blinder of a game, and he's covered so many kilometres, not yards, kilometres, miles during this match, and he's put click on. I don't know what he's done that for, especially now because fucking Palace have scored. We've gone to sleep, we've put click on, and we're figuring out who's going where. He's changed the formation, he's changed the look of the team. We're going to try and get a draw, boys. We're going to try and get a draw. We don't want a draw. And we certainly don't want a loss. From a winning position, Leeds United have yet again given it away, and Palace have played it forward very, very quickly, and I think, who is it? It's the number 10 for Palace. Elise, is it? He's gone running straight across our back four, and he's just smashed one into the bottom right hand corner of Mellier's goal, and it's very, very frustrating to watch. So frustrating. Sorry, it's Eze. E-Z-E. Eze, is it? Is he Eze? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm absolutely gutted that we've thrown away yet another lead, and it's a needless substitution, I think, from Jesse. A yellow card's been shown there for a Palace player. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Zaha. I'm just updating the stream, as you can probably tell. It's you are a few seconds behind watching, probably about 8 to 10 seconds behind. It's 79 minutes now. Christian takes a throw in for Leeds deep in our own half. Adams, Christensen. we look all over the place. We look all over the place, and I think who's that? Is it Adamson or Somerville? I can't tell. No, it's Somerville. I think he's committed a foul. Oh no, yeah, it's Adams. Somerville's gone in. He's stretched. Player's gone round him, and he's run into Adams. Adams is being told that he's the guilty party by the referee, and Crystal Palace with another set piece. And you've got to be thinking, here we go. Here we go with Leeds United. Thank God Melier comes out, collects it very confidently. Leeds try and break out, and I think, is that what game plan that Jesse's come up with? Oh, we 1-1, and we're gonna try and hit them on the break. Rodrigo picked up a long ball. Mitchell has cut out the cross by Rodrigo, who's made a nice run into the right hand side of the box as Palace are playing. Leeds are playing there, sorry. And it's gone for a Leeds corner ball. 80 minutes and 40 seconds. Two usuals. Oh no, it's not the two usual suspects. Aronson's gone off. Shoving and pushing in the box. Rocker's there. There's nothing to it. It doesn't get beyond the keeper's near post, and a waste of another opportunity. Clich cuts out the ball there in the middle of the park. I mean, I don't know what Jesse's doing, what he's thinking about here. I really don't. You know, we were holding them, playing them well, matching them for everything. Then he suddenly changes the formation of the team, and as they're reorganising, Palace come streaming forward, take full advantage of the substitution at a critical time in the game. You know, your last 15 minutes, and a yellow card there for a Palace player there. I think, who is it? Eze, the goal scorer, is now in the. Oh, sorry, it's Elise in the books. Oh. Hopefully that. I mean, I don't. You're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you next. He's now putting Eiling on, and Geldhardt. It's 82 minutes. We're yet to find out who's coming off, but if there's any man who can rescue the day, it's Geldhardt, isn't it? Any man who can rescue our blushes or our incompetence in defending. Rodrigo down the left hand side whips one in. Ball's picked up by Somerville, but he's dispossessed, and it goes out for a throw-in right by the corner flag. Leeds putting Palace under a bit of pressure. Palace holding firm at the moment. Somerville not really achieving very much there, and we're just going to find out now who's been taken off. He's taken Christensen off, so he's taken the right back off. Put Eiling on, and Rocker's coming off. So Christensen and Rocker, Eiling and Geldhardt coming on. Alright, so he's put Eiling on for Christensen, I think, by the look of it, yeah. And I think Eiling's going to play there on the right back position, unless he, yeah. I don't know. Do I sound defeated yet? Have I suffered enough? Eiling is not as fast as Zaha, and Eiling literally gives him a little push into the advertising board. He's, yeah, dearie me. Come on, Leeds. And an awful clearance from Cooper from a Palace throw-in. He's just literally thumped it straight into the stand. No, not put any yardage on it up the pitch. There's another Palace double substitution coming here. It looks like Elise is coming off. We're going to find out who else is coming off in a moment, as they're just updating the boards. Elise and Eduardo coming off. That's the score of the last goal, isn't it? Elise. Hughes and Mateta coming on. And I think if you're a Leeds player sat on that bench, you must be pretty frustrated with what's gone on today. They've literally they've done nothing first half, Palace. They've had one opportunity, put it in the back of the net, and then they've come out this second half and another silly error has cost us dear again. And it's a vital time, isn't it, in a game. Last 15 minutes, you don't want to be conceding a goal. What do you tell your players? Don't concede. You make a silly, rash substitution. I don't see any need to put Click on. I really don't. I thought we were doing alright. We didn't look to be overrun in any area of the park, and then suddenly, as everyone's reorganising, Palace, boom. I'm going to take full advantage of that. And a silly shove from Geldart, and he's given Palace a free kick in a prime spot, dead centre of Mellier's goal, about 25 yards out. I think there's less in it than the player made out. I don't think there was that much of an impact from Geldart. He's barely touched him, I think, in that replay. Anyway. Eze is stood behind it, and he's looking like he's gonna probably try and smash this one up against Mellier's into Mellier's goal. Meslier jumping up and down. It hits it's smashed Rodrigo in the face. Rodrigo's down. He's down for the count, and it looks like, I think it's going to go for, it's gone for a Palace throw-in. Rodrigo's now up. He's defending the near post for Leeds as this corner's been taken. Ireland's in there. He's trying to shove a muscle his way around some really big guys, really athletic team, aren't there? Big guys in that Crystal Palace team. And another free kick's being given against Geldart. Is saying, what for? And the player there is Geldart kind of got shoved off the ball, and Geldart's gone back for another piece. And he's been on the park 5 minutes. He's given away 2 free kicks. What more can I say? What more can I say? A free kick to Palace. It's drilled in and it's high and wide. It's a header off the Palace substitution, and he's about 4 yards out. And I mean, it's an absolute sitter for a guy of that size. It's hit him on the top of flush on the top of the head, thankfully, and gone straight over the bar. There's a bit of to and fro here with the spare ball again on the pitch. Meslier finally takes a goal kick, and it's 89 minutes. Eiling misses the header, and Leeds have given away another throw in. What another missed opportunity this is for Leeds United. Really, really disappointing today is this. A chance to go 7th in the table, and we've fluffed it. Thankfully the results this weekend weren't too bad for us, but you know, we're not going to hold out like this forever, are we? It's letting Leeds slip against opponents that, you know, we should really be getting a point out of, or, you know, more favourably 3. We of course want 3 points. And Zaha's picked up the ball. He's on the edge of the penalty area. He's gone down, but all his avenues have been closed. He tries a bit of trickery, and he's gone down looking for a soft penalty against Stroke. And I think Stroke's got hold of him by the neck, and then he's round his chest, but he's not gone for VAR, thankfully. Tyler Adams back to Meslier. Meslier pumps it up the pitch. 5 minutes added time to come. Palace all over Leeds United at the moment. We just can't get that ball down, can't get it under control, and can't do anything with it when we do. A recipe for another Palace goal, I think. Let's just hope we can silence this lot, get a goal, and go home. Get out of here with a point. I'll be happy at this rate. But I don't think that's going to happen at the minute, because I'm just not seeing enough. We've taken stronger players off and put what I think are probably weaker players on. Shuffling formations and all this other fluff. Middle of the game, welcome to the Premier League. I don't think that kind of thing works. It's all right if you're Man City and everyone knows what they're doing. You got, you know, million pound a week players sat here and there, tying each other's shoelaces. The ball now is, as you'd expect, Palace are just trying to waste their time, run the clock down. 92 minutes, it's down at the Leeds end. On the far side of the pitch, they're just, you know, getting corners, trying to get a corner, trying to get a throw in. They're not trying to score. They're just not even trying to cross, just trying to run the clock down. And I would absolutely love it here if we managed to just pick the ball up, thump it up the park, and get a quick break. That would be nice. Palace corner. It's thumped in. They've gone to try and get another goal. It comes back out. It's running across the Palace midfield. Ayling's trying to pick up the ball, but he's got no pace. He's got no pace. He ain't got the pace to keep up with Mijalovic. But somehow he's won a throwing out of it. Jesse Marsh must be sat there wondering how the hell have we lost this game, because we've had all the chances that you could possibly want in the first half. We've stuck one away, and I'm sorry, Jesse, I can't say I'm too happy about what I've seen today. Strout takes a throw in. It looks like an illegal one, but ref says it isn't. He carries on. Somerville plays it in. Oh, Klitsch. Strout, get that. Oh, just can't get hold of it. Strout smashes it, and Tyler Adams plays it back in there. Harrison, Strout, and then Geldart trying to turn on the volley, and yeah, he just didn't get hold of that properly. I think that's it. Game over, I think, for us. And it's another 3 points wasted that we really, really needed today, is this. You look back on the end of the season and you think, well, if we're down by this relegation zone again, like we were last season, you know, we could probably get away with it once like we did last season under Bielsa, but we won't get away with that again. You know, no chance. I mean, we had Rafinha. Don't forget, we had Rafinha last season. Ain't got him this season. Palace just running the clock down now. Just trying to frustrate Leeds, managing the game as you would expect them to do at this late stage of the game, which is probably what we're not very adept at the moment under Jesse Marsh, managing a game. And the Palace player from the halfway line has taken a free kick, trying to beat Meslier. It's bent and curved through the air. Mellier's out by his penalty spot. He goes herring back and the ball just goes over the top of his goal. I'll tell you what, Vieira, I won't say it's a masterclass, but they've done enough. Obviously, they've done more than us. A really great goal from Leeds after a thunderous 10 minutes of absolutely smashing Palace, and a shot by Aronson comes out, hits Stroud, comes straight back out to Stroud, who fires it in straight through the Palace player's leg, who stood on the line. Eduardo and then Eduardo equalises then on 24 minutes. After a sloppy bit of defending, and then again Eze, as we've just seen there in the second half, gets that goal that they need to clinch the win on 76 minutes. After a lot of Leeds indecision over a dubious substitution. I mean, you just couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. Could not make that up. I'm just absolutely gutted that we've not come away with something. I think, you know, we've. But it's all right playing well. It's all right playing nice football. It's all right all this other fluff and these statistics. The only statistic that matters is, have you got more goals than the other one in it at the end of the day? So disappointed. I can't tell you how disappointed I am with that game. You know, and I think it's what is it, isn't it? It's game management. We just don't seem to be any good at it. Just don't seem to be any good at it at all. Yeah, sorry to end we're ending the stream on a disappointing note again. Should I keep doing these streams? I don't know. I ain't even got a sub yet. Or maybe even a viewer. I don't even think I've had a viewer. I don't think anybody ever asks me though. Obviously nobody does ask me, but if they did. Talking about Leeds United, apparently I've had 6. Oh well, 7, maybe 8. So and somehow generated a bit of watch time out of that tonight. So thanks very much if you did join and you did watch. Maybe you didn't want to talk, maybe you don't want to chat, whatever it is, I don't mind. It's nice if you do. Always grateful if you do. At least I know somebody's there. Sometimes I don't know fact, more often than not, you don't know that there's anybody there watching, unless someone comments or says something. So, really nice, and thanks so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I did or didn't, however you wish to see it. But yeah, that's the end of that for Leeds. Another disappointing result, but I said it before. We're pretty crap when it comes to going down to London clubs, isn't it? We just seem to be. I don't know. Is it the London Duck? We can't sit there and make excuses about, oh well, we can pick points up at any other part of the country, but not London. We can't go there and nick points. Why not? What are you talking about? Of course we can. We're as good as any of these other teams on our day if we put our mind to it. Look what we did to Chelsea when Chelsea were at Elland Road. Why can't we do that to Chelsea when we go down to Chelsea later on this year or next year, whenever it is? Super disappointing. Just going to tell you what's going on next for Leeds, and it's Arsenal on Sunday the 16th of October, and it's a 2 p.m. kickoff. That's at home. Then we've got Leicester. That's a late kickoff. I probably won't do a live stream for that because I'll probably be in bed, I think. And Leicester, that's away. And according to this, UK time, obviously, I'm quoting here on this one, it's 8:15 p.m. Then it's we're back down in London again on the 23rd of October against Fulham. And if we go down there and we don't get 3 points down there, we are in some major trouble. After that, we've got Liverpool away on the 29th of October. That's what the hell? That's a late kickoff. 7:45 p.m. It's 19:45 is the time on that. On a Saturday night. That's an unusual time for a kickoff, but is it something to do with the how they are, the EPL, FA, or whoever it is that makes these decisions? Then bonfire night, of course, it's Leeds United versus Bournemouth on the 5th of November. So those are your fixtures up and coming. We're going to talk a little bit now about what does that do to the table. And we are slipping down the table now. Last 6, we have a win, loss, draw, loss, draw, loss. We are above Crystal Palace by a goal deficit of 1. Had we won today, I think I said that earlier, we would have gone to 12 points. We'd have been above Fulham, above Liverpool, and definitely on goal difference above Man United and Bournemouth. So we'd have gone into 7th spot had we won that game today. Good, mate. Absolutely good. Good. 9 points out of 8 games. It ain't good enough, is it? It's relegation form. Sitting below us, Palace on the same points, goal difference again. Villa 10 points, and let me say that again. Palace 9 points, Villa 8 points, Southampton 7 points, Wolves, Leicester and Forest on 4 points. So, games like that we've got to win. We have got to win those games. It's unacceptable. We've gone down there. I can't accept it. We've gone down there today and lost. Disappointing. Anyway, if you watch or you catch up later on, thanks so much if you do. Really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I will try and do the next live stream, which will be whatever I've just said it is. Arsenal on Sunday the 16th of October, 2 p.m. kickoff. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you there, and have a great week ahead.